in the real estate game, we often compare all of our, successes to our commission, to our income. Maybe not everybody, but I found a correlation between having good quarters and really great quarters as far as income and production, and maybe something that you did maybe a quarter or two ago that is affecting that. We'll dive in next. What's up, guys? Jeremy Kane, Real Estate Agent Playbook. Excited for this one today because it's something that I'm extremely passionate about here. As you know, I'm all about content creation. I want to help everybody succeed. I also am very knowledgeable on my local market here in Denver, and this is something that changed my business. So I want to share this with you guys, and I found a little correlation to, the ups and the downs of the real estate industry quarter by quarter, and I want to dive in. But first, if you're, struggling a little bit, I am doing free business audits for people under my Realtor game plan call that I do offer. It'll be in the link below the show notes. I would love to sit down with you, dive in, because the truth is, in this industry, there's no blueprint for success. I like meeting my agents and meeting other agents where they're at and helping them succeed, because I want to help every single agent win at the game of real estate. So let's get into this one. Okay, so the first thing that I talk to all agents about, as my good friend Mike Sherrard often says, what gets measured gets managed. And this is something that maybe, when I got into it, I was just hustling and doing the deals, and we have this hustle culture that everyone thinks that they need to abide by. Well, when I step back and look at it, I was just doing things all over the place. I was making money, the times were good, so I wasn't really watching my spending. And I needed some quarterly goals. I read the 12-week year, and it kind of changed my perspective. Now, from that book, I still set annual goals, and from there I work backwards and make my quarterly goals based on the market, based on the hot season, the slow season, all of that. But the importance of having those quarterly goals and actually trying to obtain them, not just putting them up on a board. And when you get to, the quarters kind of sneak up on us because they're, odd months, obviously. When I get to the end of March, sometimes it's busy season. I'm like, whatever, we don't have quarter two goals, but it's really important to continue to recenter and reevaluate your goals. And when I say reevaluate, either there's two options in my book. Either you line up for success and you're like, okay, the goals were good, I met them, I fell short, whatever, or you increase them because they were too easy. We never pull back, right? There should never be a time where you're like, the market was bad, so I pulled back my goals, I changed them. I wanted to make 100,000, but I'm only gonna be able to make 50, so I changed my goals. Don't do that. Goals should only level you up and not pull you back. So definitely don't change those goals. The quarter deadlines and all of that is a good time to reevaluate, right? If I'm falling short of my yearly goal because I missed that quarterly goal, well, I better amp it up for quarter two. I better change some things. I better step it up. And that's exactly what I do in my business and why I've been so successful to continue level up my real estate business each and every year, no matter what the market. When we're reviewing those goals, make sure you look at the data. What is it telling us? What's the feedback? Maybe look at what you did during that quarter that absolutely had you have your best quarter ever, or what you did differently. And keep in mind, real estate has a lagging effect. It's a lagging indicator, right? Your commission is a lagging indicator because from, first meet to contract to close, it could be 90 to 200 days. You never know. But it's really, the things I'm doing today and the houses I'm showing today will close, maybe by the end of this quarter, but it's kind of on that fringe as it's May 15th right now. So we're, getting close to that 45-day mark where, I'll start to put stuff under contract for quarter three. However, understand that that's a lagging indicator, but then look back another, quarter and see, okay, what was I doing? Did I go on vacations a ton of times? Did I absolutely pour into my business? And did I do a client event that really spurred some interest? Or, look at all of the little details that you're doing and all of your client touches. It's really important to take a step back, look at 3 to 6 months ago and see, okay, how did that have an effect? Oh, that client event, had this. 2 quarters later, I was seeing benefits from that. kind of note that in a journal of sorts so that you can kind of prepare in the future to do the right things and do the little things, right? If you know something big's coming up and your client event is in the summer and it's just not converting very well because then kids go to school and everybody's busy, maybe we move that client event to the spring so that then by the end of summer or middle of summer, they're ready to rock. So look at those correlations and find them and pull them out and stay the course. But obviously, what gets measured gets managed, and you can move all of those things around. You're in control. You're the CEO, so you can make those changes, and that's really important to dive into that. Okay, and so here's my correlation that I found from the data. If I go back and look at quarter 3, quarter 4, when our real estate market in 2022 kind of took a turn, right? It didn't crash, it didn't go crazy, but it definitely wasn't on that steady upswing we had seen pretty much for the previous 8 years. When that happened, especially with social media, I saw a ton of people talking about the interest rates and kind of panicking, instilling fear in their audience. And if I look at those agents that were instilling panic and their production was down in quarter 1. Right? Maybe really down in quarter 4, depending. Some people still had the wave, but quarter 1 was really a defining quarter in 2023 to look at. And I can almost guarantee you, if you ask an agent, hey, did you have a record quarter 1 or a slow quarter 1? Some people might say it was average. That's fine. Maybe those guys are out of it. Maybe they don't produce content. Maybe, it could go either way. However, the people that say they had their worst quarter ever were the ones that were on social media and blasting out all the fear about the interest rates and all of that. Whereas the people that had record or, above average quarter 1s were out there saying, okay, this is the market. This is our current market. These are what your options are. You can do these temporary buy downs that they came up with and all the fancy lending, tricks they came up with. But also, here's the winners in the market. Myself included, I had a really good quarter 1. I was all about, okay, absolutely, right? Interest rates are high. You're going to pay a little more. The cost of living is going up. But guess what? Rent's going to go up as well with that on the back end of this. So if we can get you into home ownership, here's the positive reasons why. Here's why this market is great for you as a first-time home buyer, because you're not competing, because you can get an inspection, because you don't have to come with an appraisal gap, because sellers are willing to do concessions because they're getting tight, because it's not what it was the previous 8 years. And so you take advantage of that and speaking to that and having a little flexibility, right? I talk about this in the niche marketing space, like niche marketing and, having your niche and the riches are in the niches and all of that stuff is absolutely the case. But if your niche goes down and they're not the winners in the market, you're going to have a winter there. You're going to have a cold season. So you need to be willing to be flexible, still continue to work the niche because it will come back. It's all cyclical. However, you're going to have to find the winners in the market. Maybe it's the investors, right? Maybe it's the downsizers, or maybe it's the first-time home buyers, whatever that is. If you're finding the winners, finding the positive in the statistics, because every statistic can paint a different story, positive or negative. I will tell you without a doubt, if you were struggling in quarter 1, you go back to your content, either it disappeared because you got scared and pulled back, or it was extremely negative. And that's the correlation that I saw. Whereas if I saw people that were innovative and getting out there and, putting information out regardless of what it was, yeah, the interest rates are 7%. What are we going to do about it? What's it actually mean? Those are the people that were being successful. So in the quarter 1 into quarter 2. So take that into consideration when you're creating content. We don't want to ever misrepresent the market or put something out there that's not true, but there's winners and losers, as I always say, in every market. So you have to play the game and, cater to the people that are winning. And then obviously be a support, right? Have empathy for the ones that are losing, because they also need our help as well. The truth is, real estate transactions happen every day, no matter what the market. And so that's where we need to really focus our attention and our positivity, because the content you put out now will affect your business in 90 days to 6 months. I promise you. There is absolutely a correlation. You can look at it. Proof is in the pudding. All right. And that takes me to my next thing. Content is king. You say, but Jeremy, I didn't put any content out. I had a bad quarter. I had a good quarter. The truth is, no content might as well be negative content, right? If you're sitting on the sidelines and you're not projecting your personality and reaching out to those people and serving people, what are you in the industry for, right? Everybody says in their why that they love helping people. Well, the truth is you can help people a lot better in a negative or a, down market than you can in a positive market, right? Everybody wins. You get a house, you get hundreds of thousands of dollars profit. That's when everybody's winning. Make your worth providing content to those people in the colder times, providing just a soft place to land, rock solid support. And that's exactly where your content needs to go. And whether you're, a YouTuber or just touch on Facebook and maybe talk to, your parents and a couple of people that you went to high school with on Facebook, that's fine. But put more content out. People love to see it, and it's not intrusive, right? If you put something about your life, your job, whatever, real estate or not, that's what Facebook is. That's a place for that. There is no rules outside of, the Facebook rules that are pretty gray in my opinion. But you can go out there and you can place that content. Hey, this is what I'm doing, showing houses, helping this seller get out of, this home because it was a great time to downsize. Hey, just connected a client with a lender. They got into a reverse mortgage. All of those things are things that people, will see. And as humans, we learn just by watching other people, right? Just by seeing and just breaking down what other people are doing. And then maybe we'll have the confidence and the courage to step up and say, yeah, maybe I need that reverse mortgage, or yeah, maybe it's time for me to cash out and go, buy my dream home in the Midwest, or whatever that is very important. And so if you have that content, people will connect with that content. They'll start to think about it and they'll come back. So content is king. Video is king. Get your butt on video. That's how you look and sound. And at the end of the day, video conveys. I was actually writing an email to one of my sponsors the other day, and I wrote it and it didn't sound right. It didn't have my tone. I wrote it again, changed it, didn't sound right. Finally, I just recorded a video and sent it, and it had exactly all my emotions and everything I needed to portray in that important email that I sent came out through that video. And, I get it. People love to write copy and they love to do that, but video is ultra important. And then you can still have the writing and you can still have the copy with it, but get on video, portray that, find those positives, find the winners, and your business will absolutely explode in 90 to 120 days, I bet you. As always, Jeremy Kane, eXp Realty, the real estate agent playbook. If you want to book a game plan call with me, check out that link below. I'm also going to post this video of broker left leads. If your broker is giving you leads, it's a trap. Check out that video. It's a good one. We'll talk to you soon. Like, comment, subscribe, and share the podcast with any of your favorite real estate agents that need to hear it. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.